Shalom, returning remnant. I am your sister, Kana, and today's lesson is entitled, Guarding the Way of Life is to Obey Yahuwah's Commandments. This video very quickly addresses the condition of our heart, the critical importance of daily obedience, and how obedience impacts our ability to continue to guard the way of life or not. The full transcript takes approximately 18 minutes to read. If you want a copy for all the scriptural references, please email jeremiah91720 at yahoo.com. That's JEREMIAHNINE, the numbers 1720 at yahoo.com. Okay, so the Hebrew understanding of the word heart is the authority inside. The heart, according to the Hebrew, is the consciousness of man and is seen as coming from deep inside the chest, deep inside the heart. So as we guard the way of life or obey the commandments, we are simultaneously cultivating the authority within us, cultivating our hearts to continue to guard the way of life. Consider the example of Yah having told Adam to keep the garden. His commandment was actual seed sown into Adam's heart. See Isaiah 55:10-11 to affirm this. Yahuwah spoke forth authority into Adam through his commandment to keep the garden. Yah sowed into Adam's heart the power and the right, which is the definition of authority according to the English, to do just as Yah instructed. Yah spoke into the soil of Adam's heart firmness in strength, which is what authority means according to the Hebrew understanding. It was left to Adam to obey the commandment, to guard the way of life. Had Adam remained in obedience, he would have continued to cultivate the authority within him, cultivate the power and the right to obey the Most High's every command. In keeping the commandments or guarding the way of life, Adam would have continued to minister firmness of strength within him to continue to guard the way of life. It is indeed a cyclical process. Our choice to obey Yahuwah is critical. It is true that Yahuwah's commandment is his enablement. As we guard against deviation from the instructed path of Torah, our hearts will maintain the power and the right, the strength and firmness to obey all that Yahuwah has commanded of us. To obey the commandments of Yahuwah is to live, and in obedience, we are guarding the way of life. See Leviticus 18:1-5 and Matthew 19:16-17. Yahuwah sent his beloved son, Yahushua Mashiach, to empower us by his set-apart Ruach to guard his commandments in each generation. Genesis 17:7. Yahushua declared that the words that he spoke are Ruach and life. He declared that the words Father Yahuwah gave him to speak by commandment are life everlasting. See John 6:63 and John 12:50. The scriptural definition of sin is to transgress the Father's law. See 1 John chapter 3:4. Returning remnant, we must return to the Most High, Yahuwah, Elohim of Israel, through the blood of his precious Son, Yahushua, the true Mashiach of Israel. We return to him by repenting of our transgression against the covenant, commandments, or the law. In genuine repentance, we return to the covenant vows he made with our nation so that we might not continue to sin against him moving forward. Through these steps, we are guarding the way of life within us. Daily word study and asking the Ruach for understanding, we will deepen in our commitment to and understanding of the covenant. His words are Ruach, life everlasting, the way of life. As we obey them, we are guarding the way of life. Yahusha is the word, the Torah made flesh. Yahusha is Yahuwah. John 1 through 14. Let us guard our hearts and be strong in firmness and ability to keep his commandments by the empowerment of the Ruach. See Ezekiel 36, verses 26 through 27, and Romans 8, verses 4 through 9. In this, we are guarding the way of life. And this is life eternal, that we may know you, the true Elohim, and Yahusha Mashiach, whom you have sent. John 17, verse 3. O house of Israel, let us be encouraged to guard the way of life. Shalom, returning remnant.